Hello and welcome to Live with Rex, episode 124. Because so far there's no sign of me slowing down. Kind of crazy, it's been 24 episodes since the last live build. Anyway, so in this one, I've got a few things to sort out. We're going to probably make some adjustments. Hey there, Scooter, to the gaming setup because I've not made any shorts post of them yet. But I was out earlier today. I did pick up these. So some of the games, Call of Duty, I bought a modern game for once. I don't often do that. Call of Duty World War II, Race Driver 3, Pinball, 007 Quantum of Solace, which I've heard so many good things about the James Bond game, so that could be interesting. And Driver 2 for the Xbox, original Xbox. I'm trying to build up a collection for that. So that is where we're at. So we're going to try and get on to the Revenge of the Sith stuff. Revenge of the Sith stuff tonight. But we're going to start probably with the gaming shelf. We are streaming earlier than I would normally do, but I'm back at work tomorrow, so I want to have a good sleep. Like, I don't want to start streaming at 9:30. So there is that. I'm going to get a snack and we'll come back and we'll give people a chance to join. But we have to adjust the shelves as well to fit like turbo tanks and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'll be right back and then we're going to start getting into all of this. Right. All right, we've got some comments, people joining in. What was said? But yeah, so we'll start off with, of course, I'm going to take all the tags and stuff off these games that I picked up today, and we're going to change up the gaming setup to accommodate. See, I tried to convince myself not to buy more stuff for the PlayStation 2 because I'm running out of space, and well, I still bought some stuff for the PlayStation 2 because I can't stop myself. Let's be completely honest and say how it is. So, I'm going to take these stickers off these games. I picked up some stuff for kind of all the consoles bar the PS1. The PlayStation 1, it's like, see with the Xbox 360 and PS2, you can buy games for like 50p to £2. So like you can take a chance and see if those games are any good. But, like for example, for £1, I got this. But with the PlayStation 1, you can't really get games that cheap on it. Like all the really good PS1 games are now worth, you know, good money. So regardless to sticker off this, I like to check if there's any posters. Sometimes you do actually get posters. All these years on, right? This game will be over 20 years old, so I've got the free Xbox Live trial, the original Xbox. Quite a few leaflets in here. No, there is no poster in you. But check anyway. Another one I got was I've heard really good things about these James Bond games. Got the ones I've never tried. Nope, nothing in it, but I better remove the stuff on the case. I still think that's a ridiculous offer, man. You're getting scammed. Why not 10 pence? Good, I like it when the stickers come off these easily. But a co-worker who's also into retro games had been filling me in, right? Was basically saying that I should try the James Bond games. So I was out earlier and decided, screw it, we'll pick one up. What's that sticker off? No, I think I should pay you guys to take it. This is pinball. Lots of cool arcade type games on the PS2 that are fun to play, so I've been picking those up lately. That sticker came off quite smoothly. I only sell things occasionally, but even then it's like I don't sell any of the classic or rare stuff. I occasionally sell modern sets that I get bored with, but in fairness, I've not done that in quite a while. Pinball, like these kind of arcade games are a lot of fun. So that'll be a fun game to try out. I got, again, it's like the third game in that driving series. I got one for each kind of console. I'm trying to build up an original Xbox collection. That's the console. No, wait, no. The console I have the least amount of games for is the Xbox One. But the Xbox One, there's not a lot of games from that generation I ever felt like buying. I peeled off the sticker, right? See ya. Peeled off the sticker to find this like a 9 out of 10 from like the official PlayStation magazine. So this game must be quite good. I do end up like picking up games I've never played or know nothing about. But see, when a game is like £1.50, it's kind of worth just buying it and seeing if it's any good. I very much doubt there's a poster with this, but let's have a look. It's a leaflet. Yeah. The last one, World War II for the Xbox One. Again, I don't really buy anything for the Xbox One, so this will be interesting to see how good this ends up being, or how bad this ends up being. See, one of my favourite Call of Duty games of all time is World at War, so I wonder if this is as good as that is. Just want to sticker off. Sorted. Nah, not great. I used to hate school. And not even the pamphlet or the leaflet for World at War. Sorry, no, Call of Duty World War II. Again, I don't really buy anything for the Xbox One, but considering, I don't know, maybe I should start buying games for that. Because, you know, I don't mind doing some modern gaming, but I am mostly an older games kind of person. So, we'll do the video game side of things first, right? I was going to say, schools find people now? So all the games are coming off, right? I've got a rough idea on what I want to do with this. Obviously, the shelf is still not in perfect condition. I'm looking at it and having a think. Tell you what, we'll just strip the lot. We'll take controllers down and stuff, right? That's going to sit there temporarily. Right, see how good we can get this looking, because there's probably a better way of doing this that I've just not considered. I think Blu-rays should move over that way. PlayStation 1 games. Well, that's all the games done. There is other forms of physical media out there. One second, I'm just reading what you've said. Oh, I've got some notifications. I'm still on my little hunt for a Japanese region Xbox 360 or a PS2. So I find one that I'm happy with, you know, a good deal of stuff as well. Because both those systems have imports, and I'm actually going to put another shelf there for when I do buy that stuff. So I'm wanting to get right into the imports for those consoles. I've watched gameplay for a few, and I think I'm really wanting to get into it. Right, what's the best way to do this? So I had it there by generation or whenever the console came out. But I'm thinking... I mean, if you've got any suggestions, I'm having a think, but I'm open to ideas if anyone's got any good ones. I could do biggest to smallest. So it'd be Xbox 360, PS2, PS1, and then original Xbox. And then Xbox One would be how that would look. Or do you guys think I should come with something better? Ideas for laying out the games. I was thinking biggest. My idea, unless you've got a better one, was I do it by biggest amount to smallest. So it'd be 360, PS2, PS1, original Xbox, and then Xbox One. I think we'll go for that one then, right? I won't just do it by console, but we're going to try and neaten it up a bit. So, like, for example, I'm going to have the PS1 games kind of go around the corner. Because the PS1 is something I rarely ever buy anything for. Just because of the price of the PS1 stuff. It's all of the stuff that you'd want for that system is very pricey, so I don't really buy much for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave more space for the PlayStation 2 stuff. Because the PlayStation 2 is a console that I do actually buy quite a bit for. Right, let's get these games up where they're out my way. Right, where's the other PS1 games? 'Cause I know there's more than just that. There they are. So like I said, I do like the PS1 stuff quite a bit, but I would rather put the space into the other consoles purely because here's the thing, right? Whenever I go out to these retro game stores like I did earlier today, a lot of them do have PS1 games, but it's the pricier side of the PS. There's cheap ones you can find, but it's the pricier side of it. So I don't typically buy anything. Next will be all of these games here. I'm gonna try and do a pile of ones I have and haven't played for the PS2, just so that you know. I'm so like trying to expose myself to games I've not played. It's original Xbox. Where is some more PlayStation 1 games I didn't see the first time round. Because those there are rally games. Not rally games, those are the platinum cases. I do like to try and separate those out slightly. Right. Nope, that's it. Well, console. No, I keep picking up consoles that ain't the console I'm looking for. I was going to organize it by what I have and haven't played, but that's not going to work out too well. So, yeah. I'll just have the regular case games and the platinum case games. I don't know why, but I feel the need to separate those out. Alright. What else we got? There's not going to be another tower of PlayStation 2 games, so I will just... I've only got the 3 that are like that. Because there's some games here that I appear to have managed to hide. There's another one of the platinum cases, it's Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm not the biggest fan of the platinum cases. I prefer to have the actual game case art, but what these are, if it's what I was able to find, I'll take it. Dead or Alive 2, another platinum PS2 case. Plus, seeing as I'm continuing to buy PS2 games, that allows more space for buying them. Again, that sounds stupid, but the way I just said it, but it makes sense. Right. Original Xbox stuff can go there. And then it would be Xbox 360 stuff. Which, that console, trust me, that one requires space. That's the console I have the most games for. I'm not going for any particular organizational system with this. Xbox One stuff over that way. There we go. I do have the occasional special game case. That's original Xbox. That's the game I just picked up, actually. Call of Duty World at War, or World War II. I keep saying it wrong. Who knows? Maybe that collection will go up here and there. Some Xbox One games are still expensive, but it really just depends, like what ones. I've been watching content on what ones are good to pick up. Like it was a console I never really bothered to buy much for. I just need to remember and put the Simpsons game at the top of the 360, one of the tops of the 360 piles, because that's the game that's currently in the 360. Grand Theft Auto 5, that's currently what's in my Xbox One. That's the Halo 2 special case I've got. First Halo game. I felt kind of light. I'd say the disc was in that one. Right, there's said Simpsons game, so I know what the case for that is now. Perfect. Skyrim. Tekken Street Fighter. Call of Duty Ghosts. Assassin's Creed 2. I believe that, apart from the Simpsons game I need to put up there, that should be everything. Do you know what? I like that a lot better. The Xbox 360 is the only console I have that has 2 full towers. But I do buy a lot of stuff for that because of how cheap it is. Well, this is books. So I'm currently reading 2 Star Wars Legends books. I we can all agree that looks a lot better. I mean, I've future-proofed it for the PS2, which is the main console I'm buying games for. So I'm happy with that. And the PS2, I left it in a way that can be adjusted should I decide to go and buy some more original Xbox games, which is very possible. And I should have room for all the console controllers for the ones that sit up here. So that's the original Xbox. I do primarily use wired controllers because I don't really want to bother with batteries. Plus, I grew up using things like PlayStation 2, so it was kind of wired controllers feel normal to me. PlayStation 2 controller. Problem solved. The Xbox One I use for like other stuff, so I don't really put the controller up there much, but I'll do that for now. Right, I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. I'm glad that this looks a lot better. Yeah, it's alright. It's kind of where I want it to be. I'll put this pick a brick cup up here. These pins I'll put up here, but also this shelf is far from good to go, but the last 2 weeks I have improved it a few times. To be fair, when I first set this up I wasn't collecting original Xbox games, so I had to incorporate that into it. But it looks good for the most part. So it's in, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna regret it in a way, but I think we'll start to tackle the Revenge of the Sith shelf. How much battery have we got for this? We can do some stuff. So you guys are going to be sitting pretty much here while I do this. So I'm going to start to move things in places to get this done. So I only really need to fix one thing for the shelf. I'll clean some of the things there as well. They're on here as well before. Main task that's coming with this though, I have to adjust it to fit the turbo tank a bit better. Actually, no, the turbo tank looks alright in there. It's Palpatine's shuttle. Will be the main one that this shelf is going to have problems accommodating. So everything's coming off the first 2 shelves. Even if it's not a Revenge of the Sith thing, or even if it is a Revenge of the Sith thing rather, so that I can better adjust the shelving heights for what's here. I do have to also fix the Palpatine's arrest set as well. That's it. Got an unfortunate bit of punishment, to be fair. Oh my god, I found those bits that fell off the Star Destroyer. That's brilliant. I mean, I don't have to go on Bricklink and buy new Star Destroyer parts. I don't have to. I was debating having to do that because I couldn't find them anywhere. Right, bring down the 06 Star Destroyer and get it repaired. Just gotta fix this. Perfect. Star Destroyer, the bridge is now completely fixed. Right, let's continue upon this and just try and... Who knows, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe I'll get lucky and find those parts for Hoth. I kind of doubt it. If you know, you know from like the last couple of streams, that has been something that I've been trying to find. But basically, I want the Palpatine's arrest set to be able to sit here properly. Not properly, the shuttle. I'm only taking this one down one peg. I don't yet know if I have to adjust the Attack of the Clones one, actually. That's maybe a point. I've got myself thinking there now. Do I? Yeah, we'll figure that out as we go. Get all 5 turbo tank off. Basically, this is the set that I'm adjusting the shells to fit. This is Palpatine's shuttle from 2010. It's a nice set. You're right, the 2022 ATTE is a good set. Do you know what set I like more, though? 2012 Anakin's Interceptor of the Mustafar platforms. Right. Oh, this will be fun. Let's adjust these. These shells, by the way, are a pain to adjust, but we're going to get it done. Take out a pin. With these bags as well. So I'm just going to quickly clear all this as well. Screw it. So I'm noticing some parts to Palpatine's arrest are actually here. Yeah, it's alright, man. Thanks for joining. So drink. There we go. So this last stream will be somewhere between an hour and 10 minutes, I'd imagine. I don't see it taking me that long to fix Palpatine's arrest. That's only set on my Revenge of the Sith shelf that got damaged during the move. So it should be easy enough. Here's a pretty cool set that doesn't get a lot of talk about. 2003 Geonosian Starfighter. I did for a while think about doing a shelf or a section of these shelves that was just like early 2000 sets, because I do have a few of them. Obi-Wan Starfighter from 2022. We got Jango Fett's Starship from late last year. Now, of course, we have the correctly named Jango Fett Slave 1 from 2002. Now, so you guys are going to go up here against the ATTEs. I'll adjust this shelf. I do need to adjust a New Hope shelf as well to fit the landing craft and the TIE fighters. So what? I'll knock this down an extra pin, and we'll drop this one as well. That's right, no, we can drop this down to here because there's no big tall sets for my Attack of the Clones display. Right, cool. Ooh. Right. These are not fun to adjust. Trust me, they do cause a hell of a lot of anxiety to move. Nah, right. Damn. I'm a pin off. I don't particularly want to do all the adjusty shit today, or try to my language, but I'm just going to power through and get it all done. Everything that needs adjusting slightly, we'll do it. Because I'm back to work tomorrow, so when these after work streams, I want to be chill and not doing this, so, or at least adjusting the shelf. So I'm going to be doing that. Like, I can just organize the shelves. So we're just going to be taking some sets off of them. Put the Falcon there. Move the rest of the stuff that's on here. Take all that out. and get the tantive, and then that should be it. Right, so let me get the TIE Fighter, because that's taller than the landing craft, to measure the shelf height that I'm going to need. We'll try a single pin. Would that be enough? We'll try a single pin, and if that's not enough, we'll have to adjust again. But you know what, we'll go 2 pins. That might make a bit... Yes, that's making more sense. 2 pins is on the dot. That's exactly what I need. Right, ultimate test, landing craft and TIE Fighter. Fits like it was made to fit. Go. I'm not going to arrange them in the stance I want them. I'm just getting them on the shelf, realistically. Right. Let's try to find somewhere I can prop you up. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Right. So I'll throw all the episode 4 stuff on there back again quickly, just so it's out of the way. Right. So we need to get the tentative up there. This land speeder goes up there, as does this Falcon. And the little stand, which will, again, that stuff will get better organized in an upcoming stream. The little canteen comes here, goes, the canteen goes up there as well. So, and as does the do-bag. Right. Unless I find other stuff, I'm pretty confident that's it. We've already dusted the Revenge of the Sith sets, so I don't really need to worry about that. I just need to worry about fixing the front wheels on the turbo tank. I've not seen them yet. I've not had the opportunity to sit and watch the new episodes. Thinking Revenge of the Sith, yeah, the Revenge of the Sith shelf has to look perfect. There we go. Turbo tank in the corner. Looks brilliant. No, I need to find the time to watch them as well. Maybe tonight. Cause see, this live stream will not be going late. The reason I've done it earlier, I'm back to work tomorrow after an absence of like, what, 12 days? So I want to get a lot of rest. So I'm doing this earlier, so I might watch them all episodes to just chill, but finally we're going to get this bit looking good. Got the Star Destroyer fixed. I don't need to order those parts off Bricklink that I thought I was going to have to do. Right. Palpatine's shuttle from 2010 was the main reason I've done all this adjusting. And annoyingly, I've lost my tool for cleaning sets again. Oh, there it is. This is a pretty cool set here. I'd argue this is a peak set that not enough people talk about. This is back in the day Lego Star Wars at its best. Doesn't get much screen time in Revenge of the Sith, but it's a brilliant set. What other Revenge of the Sith stuff do I have to go on there? We'll get the okay sets back on, then we'll fix Palpatine's arrest. 2014 Tridroid. I'll be adding to this display very soon because I let you guys vote for what we're going to build for 4,000 subscribers, which is less than 250 subscribers away. And you guys voted on and picked a Revenge of the Sith set. You guys picked the 2008 ATDP, or ATAP rather. Tri-Fighter. (2005) Clone Walker. Let's get that back. Right. So before we rebuild Revenge of the Sith, I'll put all the Attack of the Clones stuff just on here, or just all the other stuff on the Attack of the Clones shelf. That's something we'll tackle in tomorrow's stream. We're not going to do that tonight. That's part of Palpatine's arrest, as is this, so it can go there. But these bottom two shelves are for other streams that we're going to be doing. Wow, we're nearly an hour into this. Right. Get these on because I'm planning to get some shorts out as well today, so that'd be great. Here's a pretty cool Revenge of the Sith set, and it's one of the smallest. Darth Vader's transformation from 2005. This and that Clone Walker I got in a bundle last year. If you're going to go for some 2005 sets on a budget, this and the Clone Walker are two of some of the best you can get on a budget. If you're into modern sets, it might not be for you, but there's some pretty damn cool builds. And of course, they've got the classic looks to them. Hey there, just gonna get all this stuff up in here. I do need to fix the Boga. I just need to get the feet. I put them away somewhere for safety. Just got to be sure that there is absolutely no parts to the sets that I'm looking for in here. I just spotted something I completely overlooked when I was cleaning one of the sets. Got kind of ball section in this. And this we've got in here, Grievous wheel bike. This does need repaired. I'm not repairing that one today, I don't think. It's got the Bark Speeder that comes with that 05 turbo tank. That I will quickly get dusted. I need to keep an eye out for one of the pieces to that set. Another piece to that set. Find some pieces for. Part one of the sets. This is one of those platforms Obi-Wan and Anakin do on, so I'll put that there for now. Found that I was looking for this, so that's fixed. But there's some parts of Palpatine's arrest in there that I put away. I do have Horn Company. I do not have them accessible right now, but I do have 2 Horn Company clones. It's a part of my clone army, to be fair, that does need to be built up. I've not added to that part of it in probably about 8 years. Another Revenge of the Sith set I'm going to put on that shelf. Anakin's Interceptor from 2012. We have the Invisible Hand here as well. So that one could do with a clean. Somewhere between 560 and 600. I've been collecting for many years though. Got the other part of that Mustafar set, and it's the droid that Anakin uses. My favorite set in Super Star Destroyer is up on the top. I'll show you that in a moment if you want. This is a set we're going to be fixing. Tell you one thing, one look at that and you can see how badly this one needed cleaned. If it wasn't made of that dark red colour, I'd take this apart and wash it. See, there's a good example. It's one of those torsos that I am very careful with those old Lego colours. It's the only reason I'm not taking this set apart and washing its components. Considering this is a now 14-year-old set, I don't really want to have to replace parts on it. It is indeed. See, for people like me, right, who, when it comes to a lot of the rare sets, I remember seeing them on store shelves. I remember seeing what felt like hundreds of these things in Toys R Us back in 2012. So it's nuts for me to see them be so rare now. The other one from that year that I think of as the Gungan sub. I've got it down there. I remember that set used to be everywhere, like on store shelves. You could say that about any set, I suppose, but it is still weird to see them like that, you know. Them now cost crazy money. It's a brilliant set. You know, I've heard people call this set overrated. I have no idea what the hell they're on about. This is one of the best sets you can buy. Let's get these posts back on. this goes on this cannon, so that's that partially fixed. Do you know what? I'm quite confident in the job I've done cleaning it. Do you know what? I in my head had this picture of this long pain in the butt rebuild. This is literally going to take me a few minutes. I don't know why I thought this would take longer. Get this other side back on, get this other statue in. Right. That is the main doors. Part of it. What side does these colours actually go on? These are the outside colours, these are the inside. Yeah, that looks a bit more correct. I'm going to sift through the pieces and bag them up as we go, just so, because I plan to end the stream once I've fixed this. Basically, I use makeup brushes because they're one of the cheapest and best ways to clean Lego sets, at least I've found. Right, yeah, you could go spend the money on like clean my bricks, but I find something like that is a cheap and effective solution for cleaning your sets. Like maybe one day I'll go get like the professional cleaning stuff for the sets, but until then, like I'm quite happy with what I've been using. I'm just going to sift through this bag until I come across those pieces. Nope. I don't know, I just find it's one of the best ways you can do it. Well, like I said, there is other methods that do work really well, but if you're on a budget and you just don't want to spend, like I'd rather buy Lego than buy Lego cleaning equipment. Which some people might say is a bit nuts by how I have that one backwards, but it's how I feel it works. Alright, at least for me. I need to put Django Slave 1 back in there. I kind of forgot to. Right, let's keep going. Find about that top bar piece as well as some of the, there we go, some of the remaining door. So what's missing from this door? These. Right, I do have the actual doors. Let's put them in, figure out this whole mechanism thing then. Couple of decorative parts to find, but I have reconstructed the door. I am, yes. So a couple of parts and this will be pretty much fixed. Nope. Is it the new one or the original one? I found the correct part, so I've removed my substitute. There we go. So I'm going to sift through the last of these pieces, tidy up, and then we're going to call it a stream. But I'm quite happy with the progress I've made on this stream. It's we're getting somewhere with this project, finally. Because the last 2 weeks, my shelves have looked a bit bad. I mean, depends on the conditions. New or used. I don't own the new one, but I've heard good things. I don't own either. I do want the original one just because, well, I'm primarily old school kind of Lego collector. Yeah, you got a good deal then. So this is this big back piece that goes over to secure the window, because this set has the feature that allows you to break the window down like in the movie. So all missing is one of those and the back of Palpatine's chair, which I have just found a big part of the back of Palpatine's chair. Got that other cone, as well as that other little corner piece. Perfect. This is going well, really well actually. One more of those, and we're golden. The 280. I don't own it, but again, really good set. I'd say so. It's one of these little brushes like this, by the way, I was talking about that I would use for cleaning them. Works brilliantly. Or at the very least, it's the best thing I've ever found for doing it. Right, I am just missing a couple bits from the chair and we should be done. So, will I find them within my pile of things that broke when I was moving around changing up the room? Or am I going to have to check the other bags? Come on, let's see where we're at on this. Hey there. No, this set is polishing up really nicely. That's probably one of the ones that's improved the most since we've done this. I'm debating emptying this small bag out again, just to be on the safe side, right? That I have not passed the what I'm looking for, the back of Palpatine's chair. So I've come so close, I don't want to not find the back of his chair in this stream. Yeah, I'd rather end the stream with the shelf heights done. We fixed up my where I keep all my video games and stuff. We've been busy. Oh, I think I've just found the other part of his chair. Apart from a little black cheese soap, which I have to find, and a little black grill piece that will go on the top of his chair, we are looking golden. I found the big bit. You know what? We'll do what I said. Right, I'm going to throw this escape pod up here as well. I'll empty this bag back out so I can quick check for those last two pieces. It'd be really good to finish with that. Done. Right, one more piece to find, and it's just a little topper for his chair. The blinds and stuff are open, but I'm just going to turn on the light so we can see better. There we go. Massive improvement. Right. See, can we find it? Gotta keep looking. We found these top of his chair. We've done it. Brilliant. Joe, I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you know, I've had people come into my comments on my shorts and lives, right, and go, Mr. Beast may be one of the biggest YouTubers, but you're one of the best. And I appreciate those little comments. I've had a few people say things like that. No, to be fair, could you imagine a Lego channel with Mr. Beast level of funding? Do you imagine those types of videos? I wonder if anyone will ever make content like that on here. I wonder if that will ever become a thing. That would be kind of interesting to see if someone does, like, you know, idiotically rich does something like that. It would be interesting, like, to be fair, there were like has-been YouTube, the equivalent of that I have seen people make, like some guy bought all the UCS sets to have in one video. Like, I think the highest you'd ever get is, oh, by the way, for this one Lego video, I have every single set ever made. But again, I'm sure people have already done that. Like, someone's been out there and had the idea or had the money to do the idea. Right, we'll get this bag packed up and we'll go from there. Keep those for cleaning because we're going to be streaming tomorrow once I'm home from work. This is not the permanent setup, but this is my Revenge of the Sith stuff. Episode 4, 5, 6. On the top of the shelf is where I keep my Star Destroyers. But we're just fixing up my sets and stuff like that, so we'll be doing that throughout the next couple of days. I've got all the Clone Wars stuff, which is on another shelf in here, that will also require the time to be fixed and gone over. One sec, I'll read your comment. I'm a little bit far from the screen, but I'm just getting all of this bagged up. These are all the parts that come off sets. I took all my shelving down and moved it to the other side of the room and done some stuff with it. But of course, you know, when you move in a high volume of Lego, stuff gets broken. But before I do anything, or before I go rather, I'm going to quickly do like a kind of shot of the shelves for those who wanted to see them. Right. So you get the idea, like the Super Star Destroyer's up there with the 06 Star Destroyer. You come down this way. That's the Revenge of the Sith shelf we'll be working on, and you get the idea, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We finally got like all this stuff kind of sorted out throughout the stream. I am a retro gamer as well, so go stuff like that. And another project I'm working on, if you're new here, and we'll have some new episodes of this coming soon. Collecting the complete saga in Lego will be returning. Because I have a big I've got a big package coming from 2 custom sales. I think between them was like 20 minifigures for that project. All custom made and all that kind of stuff. That I've been waiting on arriving for a while. And of course, we got the ATE to pick up here, and yeah, great. I've got to find a place for you to go temporarily. What game? There we go. I had to remove some part. Saga. Yeah, I've been buying custom figures look like the game renders, like these custom Kaminoans, stuff like, you know, Boss Nass. We've got, you know, Luminara. All these Jedi are made. The Force Ghosts or the Bounty Hunters are like 4 of them there as a custom. It's a project, and I've got a lot of stuff coming for this. I don't own the set, but I would say for any of the AT-ATs that are full-sized, that being one of them, I would 100% pay that. My personal favourite AT-AT was 2010. I've got a lot of the Hoth stuff back there from that era, so I'm going to be picking that up eventually. But, yeah, by the way, if you want incentive to stay, we're going to be organising all of this stuff in the coming days as well, once we have finished this main shelf. So, yeah, and by the way, there's a lot of stuff here that I need to go through and catalogue and sort and fix. So, there's that. I've also, as well as that series, I'm currently building a stand, which is there, because I'm collecting all the Clone Wars minifigures as a part of a video I want to do in 2028 for the 20th anniversary of the show. That I'll have a big video coming out next year for the 20th anniversary of the game. So that's some of the project going. But I will see you guys in the next one. I'll try and have a couple shorts out. See ya.